You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is April 10th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from Bloomberg.com. ICE's chief says crypto trading is a trend we can't ignore. Intercontinental Exchange, the owner of New York Stock Exchange, on Monday refused to rule out starting futures contracts on digital currencies, following in the footsteps of its two rivals. There is a trend here we can't ignore in mind, so I don't discount it, Jeffrey Sprecher, ICE's chief executive officer, said in an interview on Bloomberg TV. People put more faith in a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto that no one has ever met than they do in the US Fed, he said, referring to the founder of Bitcoin. Dozens of small exchanges have mushroomed in recent years to capitalize on the growing popularity of trading crypto assets, even as theft and regulatory scrutiny curb some of the initial enthusiasm. Traditional exchange operators have rolled out offerings for their own customers to capitalize on the price and volatility. In December, CME Group Inc. and CBOE Global Markets started futures contracts on Bitcoin, while NASDAQ Inc. is also considering introducing them. Our second story today is from LiveTradingNews.com. Chicago agricultural commodities finished higher. Chicago Board of Trade Agriculture Commodities finished higher Monday, with wheat prices rising almost 4% on cold and snowy weather hitting the U.S. plains. The most active corn contract for May delivery rose 2.25 cents, or 0.58%, at $3.90 and the orders a bushel. May wheat delivery went up 18.5 cents, or 3.92%, to close at $4.90 in the orders a bushel. May soybeans gained 13.25 cents, or 1.28%, to settle up at $10.47 a bushel. Our third story today is from CNBC.com. U.S. Producer Price Index rose 0.3% in March, versus 0.1% increase expected. U.S. producer prices increased more than expected in March, boosted by a rise in the cost of services such as healthcare and airline fees, pointing to a steady buildup of wholesale inflation pressures. The Labor Department said on Tuesday its producer price index for final demand rose 0.3% last month, after increasing 0.2% in February. That lifted the year-on-year increase in the PPI to 3% from 2.8% in February. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast the PPI gaining 0.1% last month and advancing 2.9% from a year ago. Our next story today comes by way of CNBC.com as well. Ant Financial reportedly raising $9 billion at a $150 billion valuation. Alibaba affiliate Ant Financial is looking to raise $9 billion in a private funding round, the Wall Street Journal reported on Tuesday. Ant Financial owns one of China's largest payment platforms called Alipay. The funding round could value Ant at close to $150 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal, citing people familiar with the matter. This valuation would make Ant Financial the most valuable private tech company in the world, ahead of Uber. A spokesperson for Ant Financial declined to comment when contacted by CNBC. And our final story today is from CNBC.com, in case you missed it. Dow's 400-point rally is nearly erased in the final hour of trading on a report of FBI raid on Trump's lawyer. Stocks closed well off their session highs on Monday as shares of Amazon and Boeing rolled over. Traders said a report that FBI officers had raided the office of President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, also fueled by the late-day decline. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 46.34 points to 23,979.10, with Merck and Intel as the best performing stocks in the index. The S&P 500 gained 0.3% to close at 2613.16, with tech surging 0.8% and the Nasdaq advanced 0.5%. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is News You Can Use for today, April 10th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.